Listen carefully. Global power isn't just built with bombs or banks. It's shaped through influence, diplomacy, and alliances. The US and China are locked in a new kind of war, a war for the world's trust. When we think of superpowers, we often think of military strength or economic dominance, but there's another kind of power, soft power, the ability to shape global behavior through attraction, not coercion. It includes media, culture, diplomacy, education, and strategic alliances. Winning hearts and minds might be the most dangerous weapon of all. The US holds a vast network of alliances built over decades. NATO in Europe, Quad in the Indo-Pacific, AUKUS, the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance, and bilateral treaties with Japan, South Korea, and more. Hollywood, Harvard, the dollar, these are symbols of America's cultural dominance. US foreign aid and military bases around the world further extend this influence. China lacks traditional allies, but is building influence through strategy. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, connects over 140 countries via infrastructure and trade. Confucius Institutes promote Chinese culture and language abroad. China invests in African and South American nations with fewer political strings than the West. Beijing dominates the Global South's digital infrastructure with Huawei and TikTok. While the US offers protection, China offers infrastructure, and many countries are listening. America leads in global entertainment. Netflix, Marvel, YouTube creators, even global news like CNN. But China is catching up. With TikTok's global dominance, rising Chinese films, and AI-powered propaganda tools. China's media, CGTN, Xinhua, tells the world its version of reality, often countering Western narratives. Meanwhile, the US uses Hollywood, global education, and Silicon Valley to shape global norms. America remains central in institutions like the UN, IMF, World Bank, and G7. But China has built alternatives. BRICS, now expanding, AIIB, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. In 2025, China led a peace deal between two African nations, beating the US State Department to it. Diplomatic prestige is shifting. What if the next world leader doesn't wear a uniform but controls the conversation? The US still holds more formal alliances, global brands, and institutional control. But China is catching up with economic leverage, strategic infrastructure, and media expansion. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Brazil, and Indonesia now play both sides, aligning with both powers when convenient. What happens next? We're entering a bipolar influence era. US-led digital democracies, China-led state-controlled tech spheres. The next Cold War might not be about weapons, but about which value system the world follows. In Episode 5, we'll predict the future. Who will lead the world by 2035? Subscribe now and don't miss the final episode of this global showdown.